Hello and welcome back. Episode 39 of WaterBlocks. I'm your host, El Samus. I just realized that one of these processes here is actually making copper and iron. Not sure which one it is. Here we go. This guy. Crotinium sorting. So we're going to work it down here and figure out how to deal with raw those raw resources coming in. So basically what needs to happen is additional raws are going to filter down into here. We just need to figure out how we want to take them from here on. So we can filter any iron out to this, because this should be set to filter, yeah, just that. And then we need to figure out how to basically leapfrog it from here to here. Any extra iron. So we could do that with a loader, but hopefully we're not going to have so much of it that we have to do it that way. So I'm going to see if we can't figure out a nice way to do it with a belt. I do hope to have a loader bringing those out at some point. I don't want to type any of that space if I can help it. Okay. Maybe this third line? Guys, it's so much out of the way to do it that way, though. There's got to be a good way to do it here. It can't be like that. The wife is going to Casey's and wants to know if I want anything. No thank you. Alright, let's see. Screw it. We'll deal with the consequences later. Alright. So we're going to take and put whatever iron right there. Then we will pick up here and drop off there. That's a mess, but it's what I got right now. I said probably at some point this will become underground belt. I'm just not sure exactly when. Alright, so shall we start figuring out how much of this we can copy for this, since our big, yeah, they should be coming. our big steel smelting. Looks like I need one of these, which needs stone bricks. We need a couple of these, which also take stone bricks. Fortunately, I have some stone bricks over here. Whee! Alright, so I'll make one of those and two of those. I don't know how much of this we actually need to go through for steel. Maybe we should stop, but it doesn't cost me that much to get these things started. So let's look at the new steel. Steel ingots. Steel ingots are iron ingots plus oxygen. So yeah, we don't need some of this. I think these guys are probably mine. I can't quite grab him yet. Pull that back up for now. Did I not line this up straight? Go. I guess they have to go a long way to work now, don't they? Yeah. Probably need to pick them up and move them. Because they're going to fly all the way down here, pick up something, fly back there, charge, fly all the way back here. That's fair, though. Alright. See you. This is a level 1. Making steel. And an oxygen line is something we're going to need to have down here. Because a couple of things take oxygen. We probably actually don't have a spare. Need to go get some wooden boards. Alright, everything else though seems to be in the system, so we'll let everything kind of do its thing for a moment. Need to go grab at least enough storehouses to make a steel. Because one of the things that we're gonna do is the same buffer system, but we 100% don't want to start making more steel right now. We also happen to have a ton of molten steel sitting on the line, so we want to be careful not to screw that up and oversaturate steel, take all of our iron and turn it into steel and be out of iron. It's something I could easily see myself doing. Oh, we got copper. Do we have copper on us? We have a little bit. Make a little bit. So what do you need? You need these guys. So the wooden boards are back in manufacturing. What do you need now? Steel. How ironic. Oh, speaking of ironic, I'm currently uploading the some of the past episodes that we recorded. Not because I'm so far ahead, but because I got excited to play the WaterBlock and I did a couple extra that I shouldn't have done. Alright. So which of these do we want to turn into iron? I guess you could be iron. Or sorry, steel plate, not iron, steel. Whoa, this is plastic. No, the dogs are barking again. I'm gonna mute for a minute while the wife gets in. Alright, it looks like the wife is done. The dogs are hushing. So we're going to uncap that. That's going to do all the things. I'm going to pick this up. Let that work itself loose. Let's see. No, you won't take anymore. Here we should probably put the little a little storage warehouse right here. I don't really want to tie a bunch of chests up into this though. I don't want to do that right now, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we'll just put that like that. Alright, so let's hook this one up. Can that one reach here? Of course not. Because that would be convenient. Yeah, I don't know the best way for that to get in there. Of course, it would be like one thing off too. Alright, we'll put it there for now. Yeah, so we're gonna end up with a huge amount of steel by comparison, which is totally okay with me. You guys get through this backlog? Looks like it. Alright. Now we need to figure out how we want to get oxygen down there. We could tap into this line and probably pull it down. Copper will probably exist somewhere in this ballpark. Probably there. They take the... They must have. Oh, they didn't take it yet. That's what happened. Okay. Yeah, that's looking good. Alright. Oxygen. The other question is, don't we have just like an oxygen catcher doodad down here? What's this? Compressed air. Compressed air can be turned into oxygen and nitrogen gas. It takes 6 seconds to make 200, and this wants 102 seconds. So to get 102 seconds, we need 3 of these. That's not that bad. Then we can dump it into a thing, split it in half, and we can start piling up some nitrogen. That seems reasonable to me. What seems unreasonable to me is that I don't have really room for it. There's no way I can run across that and fill that in. Also, how close are we? Alright, let's make a quick run around here, shall we? Run around the base. How much time's left here? Got about 10 minutes left in the video. Let's see if we can't get steel up and running before we run out of time today for this particular video. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll make it. Give you what I got. Take what you got. I mean, look at that. I found personally there's a lot of babying going on here. That's also why we're at it. This guy's totally full. How's this? You're filling up actually pretty quickly. This guy's at 8K. So yeah, I'm excited to get this increased. Now that we have a little bit of room, I think we can. We're pretty close to doing that. And then this I'll probably turn around and just hand down this direction and get the rest of that offloaded as well. So a lot to do, lots and lots and lots. I might do it between videos here. I don't think it's going to take that long. I don't think it'll be that exciting. To there. We'll come down just a little bit further. All the best plans. one guy's going to be safe because he's 1/2 a square too far away. So lucky. Alright. Oxygen. 1, 2. Alright, you guys compress some air. Hey, aren't you compressing air? Alright, compressing air all gets piled into one chemical plant for now. This should work, right? Yeah. And then the nitrogen will go into... Really missing a bunch of iron to make that happen. Urgh. That's one of the problems with working. Oh, you're full. Nice. Alright, so now I feel like we can increase that to a much larger number. Say like 5,000. And then the other thing I want to do is I make sure this has a reserve of like 200. Or probably more like, yeah, probably 200. There we go. Yeah, I don't foresee that being a problem. Foresee that all working out just fine. Alright, oxygen. Should have grabbed more. Whoa. I don't like that that's full. This is starting to fill up too. Alright, that's too much of a poo thing. This wastewater we're pumping all the way over, so some of it will get fed into this. Do I want to do that now? We could. There's no place for it to go right now, though. So I think for now, what we'll just do is we'll try to make another clarifier. And a overflow valve. We'll just make sure that clarifies off for now. There should be room to do that again if we need to keep up. Alright, so I believe that is correct right here. Boop. And then we'll I mean, this is... We're starting to get a little spaghetti. Oh, that did connect. Nice. Which is... We're trying to clean up. I was afraid of that. That's maximum distance, right? Again, remember how I talked about how I wanted to set up a power line that runs down here, and I didn't. There, I just did. We're gonna be short. Oop. Yeah, we need an oxygen tank. How do we want to do it? We can do a small one right here. I want to make sure that there's plenty of it to actually run, though. We just put a fat tank right here. It's not gonna hurt anything. There we go. Alright, so the fuel line would continue, and then in this case we'll have a side step. And here, I don't think we want as much in reserve. This won't go like that. Below to the side. I'm gonna do that, I might as well just do it like that. And then actually, we'll move these GUIs back up. So we'll pick up here, we'll drop down below. And that's the bottom, and we'll pick up above and we'll drop off to the side. And this doesn't need to be here. All right. That'll be steel. And there's 2 in there. So let's lessen it down to 2K for right now. And then you'll get turned into, nope, molten steel. And you guys are going to actually be wired up on this, and you're going to make sure that there's like 1,000 molten steel. Under liquids, which I can't apparently click on. Molten solder, molten steel. Work as long as it's less than or equal to, let's call it 1,000. So I'll put 1,000 molten steel in reserve. This won't run unless it needs it, and this will stack two things full. That all seems great to me. And then if we need to go faster, we can add a few more of these. I'm not sure how necessary it is right now, but and for now, that can have its own line. I guess this should probably all get turned into... Oh. What happened? There we go. Just to make sure everything works, we'll give it a small burst to make sure everything goes. Looks like it's gonna work. Turn that back to 2,000. Whee! Just follow to make sure it's acceptable. In this case, it was in fact not. I'm not 100% sure that that's necessary, but I want to be able to mix these lines. So I'm going to pick this up and that up for now. I have to say that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Just make sure that all filters in and out. We'll be good to go. Alright guys, next time hopefully we'll get the copper sorted, and I'll get this turned around and moving the correct direction in the between videos. And then as soon as we get the copper sorted again, everything should be back on and running. And then it'll be a matter of ramping up this, which is going to be kind of exciting, I think, because I've got a little bit of ceramic filters being transitioned here, which, if I remember correctly, that means more purified water that's going to get removed out of the system. So things might get crazy. Alright guys, we'll see you soon. Peace.